Hi, everyone. Welcome to Joey and Friends. My name is Joey. I'm here with one of my friends, Michael Kern.
How's it going, man?
It's so good.
This is Joey and Friends After Dark right now.
It is. This is, I think it's the latest I've ever hit record on a podcast.
You know, when you have a kid, you got to schedule weird times.
I think I'm going to have to do this more. Because Sam and I want to do podcasts together, and I think the only way is going to be to, get him down at, 8:30, come in with the camera, and just do it then. Otherwise, we're having to, pay somebody to record a podcast.
This is the way.
I'm genuinely nervous about my brain being able to function right now.
How much sleep did you get last night?
I got enough. I got up at 4 a.m.
I was also up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, on purpose?
No.
No, me neither. Do you know what I did at 4 a.m.?
Tell me.
I watched Begonia.
Oh. I fought with my thermostat for an hour.
Sucks.
Well,
Begonia was
exciting.
better, I think.
That is
you
better.
fighting with your thermostat.
Very excited to chat with you about that.
It's on my list. No spoilers.
Nice.
Yeah. Did we didn't really land on number. Are you top 10 again?
That's what I have, but
great.
we can choose a number.
I think the problem is I feel really passionately about my top 5. I'm really excited to share about my top 5. And my 6 through 10, I could say some stuff about, but I'm not impassioned about it. But you've done the work. I think you deserve to talk about 10 movies.
I think we can talk about them quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe speed run our
Honestly,
bottom 5.
You work hard all year watching movies. I want to hear your thoughts on all 10 of your movies.
Okay.
So
I will
take
do
your
it.
time.
All right, great.
We were going to talk opening just about what's the first movie you want to show your daughter?
Oh, man. I think Gut Check, My Neighbor Totoro, because I think it's really easy for kids. You could even watch it in Japanese and it wouldn't matter because she's probably not going to understand it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's really beautiful. And it's about 2 little girls that have a magical adventure in the forest.
yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
Oh, man.
It's one of a very few Miyazaki movies that I haven't seen.
It's really a delight.
Yeah, I should check it out.
And I think it's more accessible than Ponyo, which is so weird.
Yes.
And
Ponyo I have seen.
Spirited Away, which is very adult.
Yeah. No, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. I think for me,
Yeah, what's yours?
It's weird. I'm not a big Star Wars head, but I have such a strong memory of watching the original Star Wars with my dad for the first time. I remember that image of R2-D2 and C-3PO at the beginning is it just ingrained of being transfixed by that at a very young age with my dad. And so I kind of want to have that experience again.
Nice.
With my son. That just sounds nice.
That does sound cool.
At 4 or 5, I don't know what age you're able to start them on movies, but
I don't know.
When can they sit for 2 hours? I have no idea.
I know,
even 90 minutes.
That's a long one. My experience with Star Wars is my dad telling me as a child, I saw that movie in theaters and I fell asleep and I hated it so much.
The original Star Wars?
I think I've only seen it one time because of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's not a big part of my childhood.
Yeah.
But
it's not really for me either. I just remember the wonder of that first watch.
I do remember watching lots of movies with my dad and have a very fond memory associated with that. So I'm excited about doing that with my child.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to watch any of the movies from 2025 with my son, to be honest. Maybe eventually, maybe when he's older.
Yeah.
There's some that I'll be excited to show him.
I mean, Avatar Fire and Ash might be the first movie I watch with my daughter.
That'd be crazy.
We don't know.
Yeah.
She may have already seen it.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
I hope she's asking to watch it.
I
hope she listens to this podcast.
Her first word is going to be Natiri.
I don't even know what that means.
Is
Natiri one of the main characters?
Yeah, that's the main. When we were expecting and people asked, "What is the name of your child?" I would tell everybody her name is Natiri.
That's cute.
And I got overruled at
I know
the last minute.
I know this is very tropey, but I don't know what happened. I've seen the Avatar movies, but I couldn't tell you what happens in them. I haven't seen Fire and Ash.
And honestly, who cares? I think that's where I'm
and
at.
I think you mean that, right? Because it really is the spectacle for you.
It is.
Yeah.
So
my number one movie is a spectacle movie for me. It's less about what it means and what it's about, and it's much more about just the enjoyment of watching it. But we'll get there.
We will get there.
We're doing our top 10s from 2025. What to say about the year overall? Good movie year?
Because I knew we were doing this, I tried to rewatch all of the movies that I had slotted in my top 10.
Okay.
Just to see if they hold up.
Yeah.
And I think when I did my top 10, the end of December last year, I thought, this year was kind of bad.
Yeah.
And then I rewatched these movies and I thought, oh, this is kind of good. Yeah. And then what I did is I went back through our top 10 from last year to see if I've revisited any of them at all.
Yeah, had you?
The Substance, I've revisited a bunch.
Oh, wow.
And Alien Romulus.
Oh, interesting. The Substance, I think, is the top movie on Letterboxd by popularity that I haven't seen, which is a metric that's meaningful to me because I go and they're like all grayed out. So they really stand out when there's a movie that I haven't seen yet, but I'm just scared to watch it. I know I shouldn't be.
It's sort of like similar to Begonia. It's one of those ones that you experience, maybe don't enjoy, but you're just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's like kind of bad. So right now, I'm saying 2025 better than 2024.
Praise God. Nowhere to go but up.
That's right.
Let's start at number 10. What's your number 10?
Okay, so I am leaving a movie off of my list because I know you're going to talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm going for a little bit of a bend. I think I said this to someone the other day, and if anyone that knows me will be like, Kern, that guy is a kind of a hater. Like he loves to hate on things. And I think that's unfair.
Okay.
I think what I react to is when things are overrated.
Oh,
and so I will like pendulum the other way.
Yeah.
Like I have been vocal about the fact I don't like Chick-fil-A. And if someone hands me a Chick-fil-A sandwich, I'll be like, I'll eat that.
Yeah.
But people like, but it's so overrated to me that I feel like I have to balance out the praise with an equal amount of hate.
It's fun to have a hot take. It's fun to like the thing the populist thing that everybody loves to zag. It's fun to zag.
Yeah. So I'm not being a hater.
Yeah.
But I just want people to rate things appropriately.
I think that was me with Wicked last year, where it was just like very confusing that like everybody loved that movie.
No, that
you
was
and
bad.
I were aligned on this. It was very satisfying this year when Wicked for Good like was kind of roundly rejected by both critics and audiences, and I was like, yeah, this wasn't good to begin with. Like was a very satisfying moment for me.
I love that. Did you see Wicked for Good?
I didn't. I don't think I ever will. I literally think I never will.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Is that on your? Was that?
It was on. Speaking of number 10, no, Wicked for Good was unspeakably bad.
Yeah. It sounded like it.
But we don't have to talk about that anymore.
What was your number 10?
Okay, my number 10, because I think this is an appropriately rated or maybe underrated horror film.
Okay.
Is Final Destination Bloodlines.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I think what I like about this movie is the fact that it didn't have any business being as good as it was.
Oh, okay.
And if you have seen, I don't know if you've seen the other Final Destination movies or know how they work. So basically there's an inciting event where a lot of people die. And then somebody realizes that this is like all a dream or a vision that they're seeing. And so they are able to prevent all these deaths because they have seen a vision of these deaths. But now death feels cheated because they have been cheated out of all of the deaths that are happening.
Okay.
And so then death goes basically one by one through all the people that were saved and kills them in the order that they would have died.
Is this the premise of the first movie? Or
Every
is this
movie.
Oh, okay.
But this movie reinvents that premise in a really clever and interesting way.
Okay.
And it tells a really good story that completely revitalizes the franchise. It's really fun. It's really mean.
Yeah.
It's really clever.
Yeah.
And I had such a fun time watching this movie, and I rewatched it again. And I was like, man, this really should not have been this good. This is number 7 in the series, either 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for more, and I think it's really a lot of fun.
It was so funny when it came out. I had not heard of the Final Destination movies. Like, hadn't heard of them at all. Had no understanding of them. My wife did though, but I didn't know that, and so I heard the Big Picture episode about because I often listen to episodes about movies that I haven't seen. I'm one of those psychos, and I just was like kind of learning about the franchise, and then literally that week, I don't know if this was like a selective perception moment or if it was just a coincidence. But we were like driving because I know one scene is the like logs, right? Like that's Final Destination.
Iconic.
Totally.
Number 2.
So we're like driving and there's a log truck and she's like, da-da-da, Final Destination. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the movie that I like just learned about. So yeah, it sounds like it was, but it sounds like they're pretty bad. The 6.
No, I think they're all fun.
Okay.
I think this one was legitimately good.
Okay. That's always exciting.
I had a great time watching it. I would watch it again.
Yeah.
They're gross, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
I was watching it on an airplane, and I think my mom was sitting next to me, and she looked over at something really grotesque happening. What are you watching? So again, like I'm not saying this is just a beautiful family film, but for what it is, really excellent and just like kind of a surprise.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah.
My number 10, I don't have a lot to say about, but I really enjoyed it. It was Steven Soderbergh's Black Bag.
Whoa.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
It was great.
It's also on my list.
I enjoyed it a lot. Oh, it is wonderful. Then I'll just say a little bit about it. I watched it with Sam in theaters. A movie about marriage in a really beautiful way. So many movies I feel like end on a sour note these days, and Black Bag ends on a high note. Not to spoil, I don't think that's like spoiling it. It just is like it leaves you feeling weirdly warm, given the like tone and like the content of the movie. I left going, aw. Like that was kind of my like ending emotion on it.
Yeah.
And so getting to see it with Sam was just sweet. Kind of just the beauty of their like the intrigue of who they are to each other, and then what you end up learning they are to each other was really sweet.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot.
I loved it. It's actually my number 8, so I'll add a little bit.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Sure.
It's a movie about 2 spies who are married.
Yeah.
And they have this policy where if something is classified for them and not the other, they say that's in the black bag. But then things get a little scary when maybe one of the people in the marriage is a traitor or committing treason. And so it's like a cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
It's like, do we follow our marriage or do we follow the evidence? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Really wonderful. I like this movie because it's like a fairly clean movie for adults.
Totally.
Like this is a movie for grown-up people to watch that you don't have to feel gross about. And I think it does really have some nice things to say about marriage and relationships and trust and fidelity.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. And it's really funny.
It's an adult movie that is not like adult in the like inappropriate for young kids. It's just not made for underage people.
We don't get a lot of movies for grown-ups to watch.
I know.
I mean, if you look at, looking at the rest of my list, a lot of these, well, I guess some of these are movies for, older people to watch. But mostly like blockbusters are all for,
it's for the whole family.
Right. Or for teenagers. And so it's really nice to just see a movie for grown-ups.
Yeah, definitely. Or they're trying to include like 15-year-olds. Like they're kind of trying to make it, engaging to that. That I think applies to a lot of the movies on this list. That's awesome. Yeah, Black Bag. You're number 9.
Okay, so my number 9 is One Battle After Another.
Okay.
Is it on your list?
It is.
Okay.
With some hesitation.
I know. This is my issue. Like,
Okay.
I think it's going to win Best Picture.
Yeah.
At this point, I think there's like a 2-horse race at this point.
Yeah. One horse is a lot stronger than the other.
It's true. I think my hesitance with this movie is that it's really incredibly made. The writing is great, even if I don't love the script.
Yeah. Okay.
The acting is incredible. The cinematography is amazing. Like the whole feel of it is really good. But the message really distressed me. And I think amplified by the fact that when I watched it, there were 2 people sitting in front of me that, as people were committing acts of heinous violence, were like, yeah, F the police. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's really the message that you want to be communicating in your movie, or that's like the takeaway.
Yeah.
And I do think that is what the movie is promoting, even if it's like in a complicated way. Like
I don't know how complicated it is. I think all of the protagonists are revolutionaries, and the ways in which they're revolutionaries are highly illegal.
It's
and
true.
destructive.
They really are asking you to root for a bomb maker and a murderer and generally people doing illegal things.
Yeah. A lot of that on my list this year.
But I do think on a technical level, it's just it's undeniable as a work of cinema.
Yeah.
But I think if people aren't thinking critically about what they're watching, the message that they are being fed is dangerous.
Yes. I think, I've been thinking recently about like the difference between a piece of art, any kind of media, like making a statement versus asking a question. And I think this movie, and it is the difference between art and propaganda to me.
Yeah.
And this movie feels a lot more like propaganda in that it has a very kind of clear side and clear message versus something that is just kind of like observational or posing a question or posing some kind of, situation to consider.
I think I would agree with that mostly, but I think the character that's the most troubling is the Perfidia Beverly Hills character.
Okay.
Who is not presented really as a protagonist per se. I mean, she commits crime.
Yeah.
She has infidelity. She abandons her family. And those are not presented in a way like, it's kind of good that she did that. She is treated poorly by the filmmaker, I think. the portrayal.
Viewed poorly. Yeah.
Viewed poorly.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where the tension comes, where it's not like preaching like revolution is good
Yeah.
as much as we're presenting this. But if people are the takeaway is like, let's go kill some people.
Yeah.
I think that's more of the issue.
Yeah, totally. It was a really fun ride. I really enjoyed watching it. I heard a lot of people complain about the score. I love the score in this movie. I love kind of the like annoying, repetitive like piano piece that's like just kind of the anxiety-inducing sounds, like almost like non-score that's happening throughout the movie. I thought was a lot of fun, and I don't know, it was propulsive to me versus distracting. But it seems like for some people it might have been a little bit distracting.
Yeah, I don't think I would listen to it.
Yeah,
like
sure.
on my drive.
Sure, yeah.
But in the movie, I think it worked well.
It works really well. Yeah.
And that final car scene is just
It's so good.
phenomenal.
Yeah. And a beautiful movie about father and a daughter. Who can't relate? Me. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna have much more. So this movie is at number 6 for me.
Okay.
It's kind of an apathetic number 6. It's
Sure.
Like I said, my top 5 I feel pretty passionate about. I think I have a lot of like reverence. It's one of those movies I'm just like I really respect, and I enjoyed the ride a lot. It's not one that I can see myself returning to. And talk about overrated. I mean, people coming out of this movie in that first month being like best movie of the decade, just definitively, like full stop.
No.
And I'm like that. I don't know.
I think anytime anybody tries to tell me that a movie is, quote, important because it's, quote, timely, I'm just going to be immediately
like your first
allergic to it.
I remember that first Letterboxd review.
Yeah, don't tell me something is important.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me discover it.
Yeah. So that's a 9 asterisk.
Okay, great. Yeah. My number 9 is very silly, but it's F1.
Okay, great.
I saw this. Went like we had our church staff day, and this was the movie that we went to see all together as everybody on staff at the church.
Love that.
I think this movie. I was thinking about it today. Joseph Kosinski, right? It's like it was very much in the spirit of Top Gun Maverick. I think that was kind of like the experience that it was like teasing you with. It really fell short of Top Gun Maverick. I actually think that has been held against it in an unfair way because it was still a fun, exciting sports movie.
Yeah.
With a electrifying kind of final race sequence where you're hoping the guys you want to win, and then they do, and everyone's excited, and you know what I mean. Like it's just kind of
and fireworks go off.
It's just that shot of Javier Bardem walking with fireworks,
amazing.
Iconic.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't have much more to say about this. It was mostly forgettable. I really liked the project of shooting this at real F1 races. Kind of when I learned that was how they did that, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Because you got to have the scope and the scale of the F1 experience with the crowds and the other racers and like all that.
Yeah.
But have an actual kind of... I like the idea of like, it's like definitely not a documentary, but it's like, it's edging into documentary territory. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun. Brad Pitt's great. You know? Character development in this is whack. I don't know. We didn't learn anything about anybody. I didn't care about anybody at the end. Like, I think it's mostly hollow, but it's cool cars going really fast, shot really well. That's fun to see in a theater.
My buddy was the editor on this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it was really fun talking to him about it during production.
Yeah.
Just the way they were watching and filming the races and things like that.
Was he nominated?
Not specifically, but the editing in the movie was.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, that's what I mean.
I think technically.
Wow, great. That's
but
cool.
I was like, can I be your +1 to the Oscars?
Congrats to him. Is he going to the Oscars?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Tough.
It was tough.
That's my 9. Your 8
Black Bag.
is Black Bag.
And I'll just one more recommendation. It's a great movie.
Totally.
Go watch it.
My 8 is The Phoenician Scheme.
Oh, this was the one I really meant to watch again before today.
Yeah. Is it on your list?
No.
No. Okay. Wes Anderson, man. I kind of wish he'd get back to making more normal movies. I don't mean to start talking about this movie that's on my list in a negative way.
Sure.
But this and then, oh golly, can I even get these names? French Dispatch. And then what was the movie?
City.
Asteroid City. This trilogy, it feels like he's honed in on this like very specific style. And they almost are like not even movies to me. That's a very ridiculous thing to say. But they're such different they're such different experiences watching them, where I don't feel a strong sense of plot. I don't feel a strong sense of kind of where anything is going or anticipation about finding out what's going to happen to certain characters. I just like looking at them. They're just really pretty to look at. It is almost more like walking through like an art gallery. The thing that really just stands out about this movie is Michael Cera's performance is so funny.
It's very good.
I was a little bit disappointed when he first showed up, and I'm like, oh, you're doing like a shtick. I was like annoyed by the shtick when he first showed up.
Sure.
The fact that the shtick ended up being a shtick in the movie was really, really fun, and I found that indelible and like just delightful to watch and experience. So I liked Phoenician Scheme. I probably am not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that I enjoyed in the moment. Like I enjoyed the experience of watching.
Where does it rank in your like?
Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
Not high.
Yeah.
Middle? I
think it's really low for me. I do really want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I think the Wes Anderson project is becoming a lot more visual based.
Yes.
You know, maybe it's your Avatar.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling really emotionally detached from these ones.
Me too.
Like they're so beautiful and they're so intricate and you're like, wow, how did you do that? That's really cool, the miniatures. But then I think back to, you know, even Grand Budapest Hotel and Moonrise Kingdom, like all these movies are about something. And I think Phoenician Scheme is like, oh, fathers and daughters, like that's kind of nice. But it's so lost in just the
artistry.
Yeah. And that misses something for me.
Yeah. I really like his old movies. I love Tenenbaums. I feel very warmly, like when I picture Moonrise Kingdom, I'm just like, ugh, like I just want to like be in it. Like I want to watch it right now.
I think those movies made you feel something other than, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard when you have such a singular style. You're always going to be comparing it like really closely to something that also has the same visual style.
Yes, totally. He's one of the most distinct filmmakers.
So if I'm going to choose a Wes Anderson movie because I want to be in that world, I probably will never choose this one over something else.
Totally. Yeah, I would agree.
That's fair.
That's my 8. What is your 7?
Okay, my number 7 was a movie I don't think you like very much, but it is Jake Kelly.
Yep.
And Jake Kelly, a movie about an aging actor who was played by George Clooney, and his manager, played by Adam Sandler, and he is sort of at the sunset of his career, and a death of someone close to him sort of sends him in a little bit of a tailspin, and he thinks it's now time to reconnect with his daughter. So he goes on this spontaneous trip to Italy to try to make things right with her while also creating an award. And this movie is doing a lot of stuff, and I think it's a little messy.
Yeah.
But man, this movie really hit me. And I think what you said after you saw it, you're like, I'll never think about that movie again. And I watched it again because I thought maybe I overrated this.
Oh, okay.
And I watched it again. It just blew me away again.
Wow, great.
I want to highlight the final scene because I think this is why I like this movie so much, because I think the whole movie, and it's very close. It's kind of like Birdman. You're like, oh, that's Michael Keaton, like doing Michael Keaton. And this is sort of George Clooney doing George Clooney.
Yes.
And at the end of the movie, he has sort of made amends with his manager, Adam Sandler, and they're sitting there together in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And he's feeling some regret about just having a huge fight with one of his daughters who just literally does not have the time of day for him. And he's sitting there, and then the reel of his movie starts playing. And they're all the George Clooney movies, like Ocean's 11 and, Proof of Life, or, all of those different ones. And you think that what it's going to be is like, it's kind of fine that he neglected his family, because look at all this amazing work, and look how everyone in the theater is like celebrating and worshiping this man for how he's impacted that. And you're like, that feels a little icky. And then it doesn't do that. And then it cuts to a scene of him sort of walking away from his family while they're like trying to perform a little play for him, his 2 daughters.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
And then he looks at the camera and says, "Oh, can we go again?" As though all of
get one more.
Yeah, can I get another one?
Yeah.
And it's so devastating because you think it's going to be, oh, the celebration of movies, like the end of Babylon.
Yep.
And then it's all of this was meaningless because he lost the only things that were important to him. And that's how the movie ends. And it is a tragedy disguised as like a really fun little buddy road trip movie.
Yeah. I don't know why that didn't resonate more with me. That scene that you're describing really got me, And maybe it was because it was sandwiched in the ending did not work as well for me. I think I was distracted. I got distracted thinking about George Clooney, which is not the point of that scene or the movie. I know it's like very similar. It's like in its art imitating life in like a very intentional way.
Yeah.
But I was so distracted by the George Clooney-ness of it that it took me out of the story of this George Clooney adjacent character. And that scene that you just described with the daughters did get me. Like that really, really got me. And I what's funny, like I said, I haven't really thought about it again until now. But him looking to camera and giving that line and all the shots and being like, oh, that's Ocean's 11. That's funny. Like I think I was just a little bit more in my head than my heart as all that was playing out.
Yeah.
So I'm bummed because I really appreciate that as like a message or a way for it to end.
I think we've talked about this like off mic a lot, is how much we're both really passionate about our work and we love our work and we love our jobs.
Yeah.
And so having a kid like changes a lot of that.
Yeah.
And whether or not, that means that you're pulling back at work or you're feeling more torn between that responsibility of like fatherhood and work. And like, that's something that I'm actively struggling with.
Yeah.
And then to sort of see that played out on a long-term level for someone who, like George Clooney and like Jay Kelly in the movie, has achieved like this level of just universal success where no matter where he goes, like people are just laying out the road for him and like giving him things, and celebrating him. And then his relationship with his dad falls apart, and his relationship with his kids falls apart. And it's like, oh wow, this reel of all this amazing stuff. And it's like, none of that matters. Like, no case that I win or sermon that you preach necessarily like is going to make up if you can't keep your family together. And so that really hit me.
I really connect with that idea. So for some reason, the movie didn't articulate that to me. Maybe this is the one that I need to rewatch of all these movies.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I gave it another shot. I think it just was a little bit messy to me, and it was hard to get into the world. I think, but like, I really liked Adam Sandler playing off George Clooney. I really bought him.
Yeah.
Is he his agent or who is he?
He's his manager.
Manager. Okay.
Yeah.
The Laura Dern
Weird.
of it all was really confusing.
Very weird.
That was strange. Billy Crudup was great.
Amazing.
Really liked the Billy Crudup scene.
Yeah. I mean,
and I smiled when I saw Greta Gerwig.
there you go.
Yeah.
Did you watch Sentimental Value?
Not yet. I'm planning on it.
I found these movies to be very similar.
Okay.
And one is about a director
Yeah.
who's like trying to reconnect with his daughter by making a movie.
Yes.
And like that one I think is a better movie, but I found it way more emotionally distancing. So I'd be curious.
Okay.
So maybe if you see that one, you think, oh, this is my Jay Kelly.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
it's also a recommendation for that movie. It's good.
Yeah. I'm planning on seeing it. Was that your 7?
That was my 7.
Okay. So my 7 is Begonia.
Okay.
Is Begonia on your list?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's save it. Can we save our Begonia conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what's going to be hard is you can't really talk about this movie if you haven't seen it, and you don't want to hear
a spoiler.
Yeah, if you want to, you should watch this movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it,
It ruins the movie. I think it ruins the movie to know the spoiler.
I think it ruins the movie to know anything about the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's save it.
More than because other movies you could maybe still enjoy and kind of know. Like I was referring to Black Bag. I'm like, oh, it ends on a positive note.
Yeah.
That doesn't ruin the movie for you. You can still enjoy it. Or even like F1, like
Or Jay Kelly, which I just ruined the ending.
Yeah,
for. It's
totally.
It's fine. You still watch it.
But it really does ruin it. So when we get to Begonia, we're going to talk in depth about it.
Great.
What is your number 6?
Okay. My number 6 is a Korean film called No Other Choice.
Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't seen it.
It's a crazy movie.
Yeah.
So the premise is wild. This guy gets fired from his job, which is his identity in life. It's the way that he supports his family and like all of this stuff. So he's out of work. He can't get work. There's like a recession. And he realizes that his only chance to get work is to get rehired back to his old position that he used to have.
Okay.
And so what he does is he takes out a fake newspaper ad for a fake company that he creates to solicit resumes for people that would be qualified for his job. And when he gets these resumes, he compares them all to see who's more qualified than him so he can murder those people. Which is crazy.
That's such a funny premise.
And it is very funny, and it is very bleak, and it is very dark, and it is really beautifully made.
Yeah, Park Chan-wook, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Wow. So, yeah.
What? How much of the movie did you just kind of like spoil? Like, is that the first act?
It's like 20 minutes.
Okay.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. And
All
so
right.
from there, it gets crazier and crazier. And it's kind of like, I don't like to compare every movie to Parasite, where it's just like you're feeling so many things at the same time.
It
You're
was
like,
hard. That was the first
haha,
movie I
that's
thought
funny.
of.
Oh my gosh, that's really not that funny. So yeah, that's my recommendation for No Other Choice.
Okay, great. Heard. I'll add that. I don't think that's. I have like 5 movies on my watch list that I'm still trying to get to, and that isn't on it. So I'm gonna have to add that.
Yeah, put that on there.
My number 6 is One Battle After Another. I have nothing else to say
Okay.
about it. I think we took care of it.
You think it's going to win Best Picture?
Definitively. I will be. Let's just talk about that really quick. Well, this is kind of spoiling my list. I want the second movie to win Best Picture so badly. And I don't even think you like that movie as much as I do, so we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
But boy, would I be happy if that was... I want that to be the surprise of the night. I think it's in play.
It's in play.
It's right there. I was looking at like Gold Derby, and it's like 78% to like 12%.
Yeah.
It's like not going to happen.
You
I will
never
be the
know.
happiest boy on Oscar night if that happens.
Okay.
I'll be the happiest snowman. It'll be awesome.
I love that.
It sucks when it makes you resent. It makes you resent a movie. If there's a movie you'd rather, this is like King's Speech and Social Network. It's like King's Speech is a fine movie, but everyone resents it because like movies like that.
We do.
I don't know.
I think
Whatever.
the Oscars are weird because the institution has so much credibility, but from year to year, they just always make the wrong choice.
How do they have so much credibility then?
It just gets, it was there first.
I think they have more lately. I think with like Parasite and like Oppenheimer and like what else?
But
Like-
if you say something won Best Picture, you're like, oh, I should probably check that out.
But I think more times than not, it is at least a important movie of that year.
Right.
Going, maybe just only starting recently.
I mean,
Moonlight.
Nora, get out of here.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But there,
Everything Everywhere All at Once. I like that as a Best Picture winner.
over Tar?
Not as a better movie, as a Best Picture winner.
I know, but I think that's the thing. And that gives, but then I think if you win Best Picture, you get all this backlash, like you were saying. Like now I kind of hate Everything
yes,
Everywhere All at Once
totally.
because it beat Tar.
Yeah.
Um,
I just like that it was shot in Simi Valley.
that is nice.
Okay, I just did my number 6. What's your number 5?
All right. It's Avatar, Fire and
Wow.
Ash.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be higher.
I think
Talk
it's-
as long as you want.
this is the best. This is the best movie theater experience of the year.
Yes.
And going back to F1, I did rewatch that. I bought
F1?
the 4K. I watched it on
Oh yeah, you told me that.
the thing. That movie does not hold up.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate because I did have a good time. And contrasting, again, maybe unfairly to Top Gun Maverick, is I threw that movie in just to try something out on my 4K player the other night. And I could have watched that for 2 hours I could have stood in the spot I was and just never left and just stared at the screen for 2.5 hours watching Top Gun Maverick. Avatar Fire and Ash is the one that it's like I want to see it as many times as I can in theaters because I know it's not going to be as good.
Oh,
I have
okay.
I have watched it once at home.
Yeah.
And it's still great. I'm still happy.
Yeah.
But it's like something about that immersive theater experience that
Yeah.
only big Jim Cameron can do.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you that this is the best narrative of the year,
Yeah.
the best plot of the year,
Yeah.
but I can tell you it's the most jubilant I have been in a movie theater
Okay.
in this year or
Yeah.
last year.
That's
So,
great. It is. Find it so funny. These movies' ability to be so I didn't see Fire and Ash. I saw The Way of Water, and I remember enjoying myself the entire way through Way of Water, having a genuinely great time, being invested in the story. It wasn't just that. It's not like a Wes Anderson thing where I'm just like enjoying looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm invested in the characters and what's happening in the story. Why can't I remember it? It will not, and it's the same with the first Avatar, where it's like I cannot recount what happens in that movie. So it'd be interesting to see Fire and Ash and see how much of it I retain 6 months later. I guess I'll probably watch it.
you got to watch it.
I'll watch it.
Come over, watch it on my TV.
Okay, I'm down.
We'll do it.
I'm down.
Have you bought a 4K Blu-ray player yet?
Not yet. I'm starting my little collection. They're expensive, man.
They are.
I just opened a Facebook account for Facebook Marketplace.
That's exciting.
So I did it to look for camera gear, but I guess I could also keep an eye out for Blu-ray players.
Well, like I told you, one of
'Cause
your
you sold yours on
25.
Facebook Marketplace.
I did, yeah. I've been looking for you.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I have a search, so
I
if I see
appreciate
one,
that.
I'll send it your way. I told you I have
friend.
Jojo Rabbit 4K that I will hand to you the second you get a 4K Blu-ray player.
Did I just share mine? No, you shared your 5.
Yeah.
It was Fire and Ash. My number 5 is a movie I think you don't like, which is Hamnet.
Oh,
You
man.
were kind of like really out on Hamnet, right?
Super out on Hamnet.
Okay.
I would love to hear your perspective on it.
Okay.
Because we haven't really talked about it.
No. I was spoiler free going into this movie. I was like premise free going into this movie.
That's crazy.
I know. I had seen. I just understood. I knew there was Shakespeare associations.
Okay.
I had no idea what that meant. I didn't like. No clue. Saw this with my wife and then 2 of the girls in our ministry. Actually, one of them is graduated now. Shout out to Jimena and Julia. Saw this. Actually, we saw it the night we got back from winter camp. So it was kind of my like unwind movie. So I was in a very not vulnerable place, just like open place. You know, it was just raw. You know, just like ready for it. And so it is an incredibly slow burn. I think once you're kind of off on the emotional journey of it, it's kind of inescapable. Have you seen this more than once?
No.
Okay. So part of this was also I was sitting next to my wife, who was 2 months to the day postpartum.
Yikes.
And this movie has a lot to do with just birth and pregnancy and all that. And it's real distressing. And I'm kind of struggling over how much of like the plot to talk about. So as far as like, it's one of those. It's almost the inverse of the Wes Anderson thing, where it's like what was happening was so consuming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like really remember or care what it looked like. It was really just the subject matter of what was being shown.
Sure.
It really was a content over form thing, where it's like I don't even remember whether the movie was good at being a movie or not. It just was working on me, and I was in the world of the characters. And then I think when it is revealed, you know, I think the line that got me was, you know, they're rehearsing and one of them says, "Get thee to a nunnery." I hadn't picked up on it until that point. And
That's like 80% through the movie?
yeah. And I did the Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood gif where I was like, oh, it's William Shakespeare. And then he does the to be or not to be thing. That sucked. That really pulled me out of it.
That was tough.
I was like, this is too far now. Walking into the Globe Theater, the shot from behind of the people walking in, and you kind of get the archway reveal. I was like, wow, movies. Like that was a real moment of wonder for me. I'm like, this is the Globe. Like, but just thinking about what it would have been like at that time to walk into a space where a show was about to happen, and like the sets and like the arch and like kind of all that was like very like, I'm a big like theater. You're not a theater guy.
Huge theater guy.
You are a theater guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Does that do anything for you? Kind of just even the thought of like going to see like Shakespeare in its original form?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
I try to go every year to Shakespeare in the Park.
Oh, okay, great.
Have you ever been?
No, never.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
You should go.
So maybe this is too close to you.
I appreciate that people are getting emotionally connected to this movie. What's crazy to me is that if you've watched a single trailer, they spoil the twist.
Yeah.
So I saw the trailer and I thought, oh, it's based on a book. I'll read the book.
Oh, okay.
And I found the book completely not engaging at all.
Okay.
And I think the movie was a very faithful adaptation of the book. But what's crazy to me is that even if you read the back of the book or you see the movie or the movie trailer, like the spoiler is there.
Yeah.
And but in the book and in the movie, it's like, surprise. And by that, I'm like, I've already known this. I read the back of the cover.
So I had such a different experience watching this movie then.
And so
for probably most people,
losing a child is one of the most horrifying things I can think
I guess
of,
I was kind of afraid to say
happening.
that. Yes.
Like, that's what the movie's about.
Devastating.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, Jesse Buckley, like, stop crying. The close-ups and it
was very Anne Hathaway and Les Mis.
Did not work for me. And I wept openly at a Lay's commercial the other day. I think it was during the Super Bowl. It was like this father and daughter commercial. And I like could not control myself. So it's not that I'm incapable of emotion. It's just that Hamnet like negative emotion to me.
I was gonna hit a few negative things. When everybody reaches out their hands, I was like,
No.
nope. That was rough.
Yeah, that's tough.
So I will say, like, I did oscillate between being moved by, like, taken over by it, and then all of a sudden withdrawn. Like, oh, too much. This is like I said, the to be or not to be. It's like, wow, we went from like, oh, exciting, this is Shakespeare, to, ooh, this is like, why are you being Shakespeare? I don't know, just too much. So it's my number 5.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Will you watch it again?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
All
I
right.
wonder how many of my top. I think all my. Well, we'll get to them as we go. Yeah, I don't think I'll see this movie again.
Okay.
I enjoyed Paul Mescal. Thought he was great. Thought Jessie Buckley was great. Jessie Buckley for Best Actress?
I think it's a done deal.
No, but like, how do you feel about that? Okay.
Well, like I was like kind of annoyed the whole movie. Yeah. I didn't want to be. I was really ready.
Okay.
Steven Spielberg produced this film. Ever heard of him? Like that guy knows emotion. I was really checked out.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe I should try it again.
Did you see it with Courtney?
I did not.
Okay. Did you see it alone?
I did. It's the classic by yourself movie.
Is
It's not.
I was gonna say
It's not.
I literally had to lean over to Sam and be like, "Do we need to leave?"
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
like 3/4 through. You know.
I just want people to watch this movie so I can hear about their experiences.
Yeah.
Because I want to know, like, am I a sociopath that I just did not connect with this movie at all?
I don't think so. So here's what I'll say: I didn't cry. I don't think I shed a single tear.
Okay.
I think I was just next to a lot of tears in my life. Anyway, that's Hamnet.
Great.
I wonder if we're going to align on any of these last 4. This is interesting. Well, I already know what one of them is going to be.
Yeah. I know one of yours.
Okay.
For sure.
What's your number 4?
It is a movie I don't think you've seen. It's on Netflix. It's called Blue Moon.
I haven't seen it yet. Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's about Lawrence Hart. He was the former lyricist for Richard Rodgers before Rodgers left to be Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Oh.
And it's about the opening night of Oklahoma, which Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote together, and Lawrence Hart was not a part of. Oh. And so he goes to a bar, and for 90 minutes just has conversations with various people in the bar about his life and his alcoholism and love and beauty and all of those things. And it is the Richard Linklater special of just the ultimate hangout movie with just beautiful dialogue and amazing music.
Okay.
And it's just really relaxing and calming. I loved it the first time I watched it. I just rewatched it last week, and I thought, this is going in my rotation.
Okay.
Like, this is one I'm going to,
awesome.
I'm going to have on in the background.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And so I really can't recommend this movie highly enough. I don't think it's the best movie of all time, and I've been trying to get you to watch the before movies for as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's as good as those, but it's in the same vein.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful hangout movie.
Sometimes a really strong B movie is more accessible and enjoyable than your kind of 5-star masterpiece.
I think if you hate movies with a lot of talking, then you will hate this movie.
Okay.
And I don't think you do. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
But it's really I just really enjoy the experience of watching. It's just like getting hugged by Ethan Hawke.
That's great.
Like a really cynical Ethan Hawke. Your number 4.
My number 4 does not feel like getting hugged. It's Marty Supreme.
Okay.
You have Marty Supreme on your list.
Surely do.
Let's wait. Let's just do a Marty Supreme conversation.
Great.
So can we go straight to your number 3?
Sure. Number 3 is a movie that destroyed me.
Okay.
It was Just an Accident.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Oh.
I highly recommend. And I will not spoil anything about it other than the premise, which is it's an Iranian film.
Yeah.
Directed by Jafar Panahi, who was a political prisoner for a long time.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of about a former political prisoner who was tortured by a man that he recognized, and he knows his name.
Okay.
And randomly comes across a person who he thinks, but is not 100% certain, is the guy that was torturing him when he was a political prisoner.
Huh.
And so, without spoiling any more, because I think the movie just is really exciting to watch.
Yeah.
He and some of the other former political prisoners / torture victims figure out what, if anything, they are going to do to this man as an act of revenge. And I think it's a beautiful movie that's probably the closest thing to a Christian movie without being a Christian movie that I saw this year, where it's just about humanity in the face of inhumanity, and the choices that you have to like love and forgive, or to have revenge, and what that looks like for a group of different characters with different personalities who have all been so damaged both physically and psychologically by someone.
Yeah.
And like, what does forgiveness look like? Is forgiveness possible? And the ending scene is truly haunting. And so I just cannot recommend this movie highly enough.
Dang.
And it's a tough watch, but it really is a movie that sort of makes you really like think, what would I do? And I like a movie like that.
Well, it's like we said, it's a question.
Yeah.
Versus kind of a a sweeping statement.
And so this movie just blew me away.
That's great. Can you talk a little bit about the kind of the lore around the director? Because isn't he back in prison?
I don't know if he's back in prison, but he wasn't. I don't know a ton, but I know that his previous movie is like all guerrilla shooting because he was a refugee in Iran.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on about Iran right now. I was really disappointed that he was not nominated for either Best Director and that this movie was not nominated for Best Picture. I think that was kind of a failure in terms of exposure for this movie.
Oh, is it not?
No,
it kind of just barely missed, right?
I think
it was
so,
It was like going to. It's probably F1, probably.
It's classic. Brad Pitt just steamrolling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is just a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it forces, again, it's like that question, like, what would I do? Could I forgive? Could I not forgive?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I bring similar energy to my number 3.
Nice.
Which is kind of like quiet reflection, like deep introspective reflection, which is Train Dreams.
Oh yeah.
Is Train Dreams on your list?
It's not on my list, but it was
you like
it was real close.
Yeah. Okay, Train Dreams is about a logger played by Joel Edgerton. And he basically just like falls in love at the beginning of the movie, has a daughter with the love of his life. They build a house. He continues to be a logger, and then eventually some tragedy befalls him, and it's devastating.
Yeah,
it's brutal. And I watched it as a new dad,
Oh man.
And I really like it. This movie is very Sundance, and by that I mean it's just an A plot. It's very slow, but kind of entrancing. Like really nice to look at. Just nice to kind of be in the world of it. Like to kind of be along for the ride with this guy. Kind of see what he gets up to. He like interacts with different characters along the way. Gets to know different people. Some of them are in his life for a minute. Others maybe come back around a couple of times, and kind of the unique relationships that he has with some of these guys. What is the name? It was William H. Macy's.
So
character.
amazing in this movie.
Really good. Really good. And yeah, I'm trying to talk about it without spoiling it, but basically kind of how does he process like where to go from here in the face of tragedy and loss. I'm kind of saying it, but just like what does it look like for him to process this? How long it takes him to process loss? Something that was so random was Carrie Condon showing up,
amazing,
in the middle just for like a couple scenes. Their conversation, looking out at the skyline, timberline, being kind of having like new perspective on the world that he's been in. I am endlessly fascinated in 1890 to 1910, like kind of the turn of the century, new technologies, like new ways of doing things. Like I like that era of American history. And so even just him kind of going from being new on the job to a washed up logger and kind of like not able to adapt as much to these new technologies that others are using. Kind of the ongoing Ignatius Jack. Is that the name of the Chinese man that? No, it's not. Who plays that Chinese man? Alfred Singh I don't know, tragic moment with him towards the beginning that kind of continues to haunt him throughout the movie.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, his death towards the beginning hit me really hard. I don't know why, because there's lots of movies that we could talk about that involve, I don't know, tragic death, but something about the way in which he died and like the fleetingness of life just hit me. I don't know. So you enjoyed this movie?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I think I ultimately probably, if I was being honest, would just swap this out for one battle.
Okay.
And then I think I had just left. I kind of felt like I was choosing between this and Jay Kelly because there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
And I will watch Jay Kelly again. I don't ever want to watch Train Dreams again.
I probably might.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
My wife started watching it the other day at my recommendation, and 20 minutes in, she texted me. She's like, "I'm already crying." And I was like, "What's happened so far?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, nothing really." And I was like, "Maybe you should stop. Maybe we should turn this off for right now."
It's really
because it's pretty devastating.
Yeah.
But the final scene is so beautiful.
Oh yeah. I had to like rewind. Yeah.
Yeah. This movie hit me hard.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
It's beautifully shot, beautifully acted. It's really good.
Do you only have 2 movies left?
I do.
Okay, so for one thing, that means I know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shocked by how high one of them is.
Sure.
And I'm also a little disappointed that my 2 movies are not in your top 10 is the other thing that I've just discovered.
My 10 would have been your top movie, but I left it out, like I said, so that you
could.
I wanted to clear the deck for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Wow. So your number 2 is
Begonia.
What in the world? Okay, this movie's crazy.
It's crazy.
So we got to do our spoiler warning. I think we have to talk about it.
I think we should, before we spoil warning, just say this movie rules.
It's so good.
And the fun of this movie is not knowing anything about it. And if you have not seen it, watch it.
I'm trying to think if I need to caveat this. Do we need to give a content warning for this? It's just violent. There's no sexuality, no nudity.
Nope. Some cussing.
A little bit of cussing.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
It's distressing.
It's disturbing. So if you don't want to watch a disturbing movie, please don't watch this movie. Like if you're looking for like a rollicking good time, this is not the movie for you.
If you want a movie that's going to haunt you for weeks after and you can't stop thinking about it in a good way, I
know it's only been like 12 hours, but I can't stop thinking about this movie.
I know
I thought about it all day.
You're gonna have to watch it again. Stat.
Crazy. Okay. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
Maybe skip 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you're trying not to hear about Begonia.
I think my joy of this movie is going and knowing nothing about it, and then allowing the experience just like wash over you, and then trying to drill into what the movie actually means and what it's saying, because I think it's really interesting. So, basic plot, non-spoiler plot. Sort of conspiracy theory guy, literally an incel, and his cousin.
Like definitionally an incel.
I mean, literally.
Yeah.
They are convinced, or he becomes convinced, Jesse Plemons in just an unbelievable performance, becomes convinced that the top CEO of a company is actually a space alien. And so in order to further his life, he decides that it would be good to take her hostage and force her to take him and his cousin to the mothership. And from there, it just gets crazy.
Yeah.
And this movie is critical. I think, did you see Eddington this year?
No, on my list.
So critical, I would say, towards a lot of things. It's critical towards the corporate speak and like the over DEI nature of like where corporations are headed and like how it's sort of all fake.
The diversity scene is so
it's
funny.
performative.
There's too many diversities.
It's really good. Then it's also very critical of sort of like the perpetually online and the conspiracy theorists. And so I think because of that tension, the movie doesn't tell you what's happening. And the entire movie is she an alien? Is she not an alien? And I don't know at what point you were like, I know the answer to this.
I texted Priscilla 40 minutes in. And I was like, I bet she's an alien.
But did you know? When did you know?
Definitively not until... Not until she gets out of the ambulance.
Yeah. And that to me is pure cinema.
God, it really is.
Um,
Man. Yeah.
the movie is shocking. It's it's distressing.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. It's really sad. And there is a scene involving a a can of Freon that is truly just one of the worst things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But man, this movie just stuck in my brain. I will say the first time I watched it, I was like, I was in until 90% of the movie, and then they really flubbed the last 10%. And I was mad.
Oh.
And
when
then-
you say last 10%, be specific.
I mean the reveal.
Okay.
And then the last like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, no, this is actually good. This actually is crazy in like the best way.
Yeah.
So tell me what you thought.
Oh my gosh. What did I think? I was definitely wrapped like the whole time. Honestly, 4 a.m. was the perfect time to watch this movie because it was so weird. Like it was dark. It was like watching it at night, but not like. What's funny is I was a little bit proud of myself when I texted Priscilla 40 minutes in. Like she, I think she's an alien. Like I think she's actually an alien because I thought that was so outlandish. Like that was such a ridiculous thing to have happen. But people I've heard talk about this movie, it seems like that's almost the point of the movie is like, is she or isn't she?
Yeah.
And so I guess maybe I just thought I was smarter than I was to kind of be like wrestling with those thoughts as it went along. I thought Dawn was like a really important part of this movie. And
He's the cousin.
Yeah, the cousin.
Yeah.
And the way he plays off of Jesse Plemons and their dynamic where it's like the way Dawn makes Jesse Plemons' character, Teddy, feel more grounded, like feel more normal. When he is also like an absolute psycho. You know what I mean? But like when you stand him next to Dawn, golly, the first scene when they're like exercising or like working out, I was like, this is so funny. Emma Stone is great in it. Emma Stone is really good, man.
Really
She's
good.
Really
good.
Tremendous. I think a lot about conspiracy theories. And I often have this thought. And I think maybe this is where the like she's an alien, like she's actually an alien thought came to mind or felt unique to me was with things we hear about in our world that are crazy and outlandish and kind of like conspiracy theories.
Sure.
I've often had the thought, some of these are probably right. You know what I mean? Like some of like the really crazy stuff that like is so out of this world. I bet we're gonna get to like, you know, I would say get to heaven and be like, God's gonna be like, oh no, actually,
Right.
Like this was like happening.
9/11, man.
No one,
You guys got that one wrong.
Those are Meltstone beams. I think there's gonna be like there is real stuff like that, and so that kind of the ending. The ending is not just fun and silly to me. I think it actually is kind of making a point that like we really, one, we have no idea what's really going on in our world. Two, and I think the like ending kind of makes this point of like we are like really powerless over the people that have power over us.
Right.
I was really haunted by the end. It made me think of Don't Look Up, a movie that I know that you hate.
I do hate that.
Like you like despise. A
Truly.
movie that I don't think is great, but that I enjoyed and rewatched recently in the past like year.
Bold.
But Don't Look Up ends with the world ending,
Sure.
right? And it shows, you know, it's like a montage of the world having been hit by a meteor. There was something really haunting about everybody's eyes being open in that ending sequence.
Yeah.
And kind of it contributed to the feeling of suddenness of the end. Because a meteor hitting Earth is very cinematic and
Right.
kind of epic and exciting. Just these locked off shots of different scenes, which by the way, the number of very complicated setups required to shoot all of those. Like there was one scene in like a cafeteria where I was like, this was just a lot of work for about 2.5 seconds on screen. It was just chilling. And I appreciated, I think, in a deeper way than just like, oh, it's like funny.
Yeah. I think to your point about conspiracy theories, because I also think about this a lot, because I would not consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but I enjoy like reading them.
Yeah.
And I think, what is the point of believing in something so hard that you are willing to like believe like that you want to buy this hook, line, and sinker? And I think it is a reflection of our world, which is so out of control that people feel like if they know the secret, then they are in control. And I think that as Christians, that doesn't really matter, you know? And so you think about, we know how it ends. We know what's going to happen in the end.
Yeah.
So we're not that worried about it.
Yeah.
But for other people, like being convinced that the world is flat, or being convinced that, you know, something about JFK or aliens or 9/11 or COVID or whatever it is, you know, that gives them some sense of security in themselves. Like they have the knowledge and have figured it out. And I think Begonia, you know, ultimately though, even though he is right, at what cost? You know, like the cost of being right is not worth, like it's ultimately a waste.
Yeah.
And so he goes through all this. There's so much tragedy and loss in the film.
Yeah.
And then congratulations, you did it. Like, how did that make his life better? And in fact, it did not.
No, not at all.
And so I like that sort of commentary on our society in that way.
Yeah, totally. And I think her character as someone, there's just nobody that you like in this movie.
No.
There's nobody you're rooting for.
Don.
I guess. But he's also I guess he's endearing. He's a little comic relief. Him asking to go to the bathroom, it was like really funny at the dinner scene. Emma Stone as corporate, like female corporate CEO,
girl
like
boss,
girl boss, like on the cover of Forbes. Then the turn, God, I gotta rewatch it now that I know the ending.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a good movie.
It's great.
I think that might have been more than 5 minutes, but
well,
if you're just joining us, welcome back. Watch Begonia.
Watch it.
Okay, we only have, I think, 2 more movies to discuss.
Yeah, what's your number 2?
Well, so do you know what it is?
I think so.
What is it?
I think it's Knives Out.
It is. Yeah, it's Wake Up Dead Man.
Great.
Knives Out, going great. this trilogy of movies is pretty good.
Really good.
And Knives Out, I had on my 25 or 25. I think I had it at like number 3 or 4. Like it was really high for me. I love that movie. Glass Onion, definitely not as good. Really enjoyed a lot. Still.
I had a great
time. Just a really fun movie.
Great.
This, I think, definitively better than Glass Onion. More exciting. More, I think, more like rich in its like aesthetic and tone and just like visually. Like there's just more visually rich. The what's going on with the light in this movie is like very exciting to me.
Yeah.
The setting of this, like the high church, is like really, really cool. Kind of the medieval feel to it. I love the comment that gets made by somebody. I think it's Benoit Blanc says this about like this has more in common with Disneyland than the church that it's trying to represent. Just the idea that it's like in upstate New York, like it's all kind of fake and performative. I just thought this was like incredibly well directed. I love Rian Johnson. It was really interesting. I watched a lot of interviews with Rian Johnson talking about his like faith and how faith contributed to him making this movie. Seems like he was like a youth group kid. Mm-hmm. Like it seems like he was like an evangelical Christian.
He said he was hardcore evangelical,
which is like so funny to think about and kind of tracks when you like watch him talk.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed that this movie felt like it had a real reverence and respect for faith. Mm-hmm. Of course, you have the Benoit character who is like an objective atheist skeptic, and he's like bringing that perspective to the movie. But he's not really the sympathetic character as much as Josh O'Connor's character. What is his character's name? Judd. Fryer? Do I have that right?
I don't know.
Judd. I think the movie is more, even just the fact that I love that it goes like 45 minutes before Benoit Blanc ever shows up. Like that in and of itself is fun. I just love this like serialized storytelling that they're doing with these movies with like a new cast every time. It's so fun. Why are there no other examples of this in movies?
It's kind of like the Wes Anderson. Like get 15 super famous people together to make a really cool looking murder mystery?
Yes, but he keeps repeating people, and so far Ryan Johnson hasn't repeated anybody in these movies.
That's true.
Like each one is a fully fresh set of characters.
Sure.
I think all the characters are like really well rounded. Like they're very just unique colors that he's painting with each of these characters. It's like a genuinely engaging and fun like mystery.
Yeah.
The payoff is like exciting and makes sense. I don't know how he's done this 3 times where it's like you're able to track with it. It's not that complicated. It's like it's complicated enough to be interesting, but not so complicated that you can't keep track of it. Like with just by casually paying attention the entire time. I think not Jeff Bridges. Who do I mean? I mean Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's really good in it.
Very funny.
So funny. And just like, I don't know, magnetic. And just like such gravitas. And just like by being him.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Well, no, I think that the part that made me sadder after I watched this movie was hearing like the fact that he was an evangelical Christian, like that defined his life and now has completely walked away from it and is like completely not into that anymore.
And that changes how you view the movie?
Well, no, I just find that to be sad. And I think what makes that sad is for someone who like knew the truth and was part of that and participated in it and was sold out for it to now have gone like completely the other way.
Yeah.
And what I appreciated that is I think usually when that happens in like a cinematic sense, usually it's like such a pendulum swing where you just mock every religious entity and institution and all of those things.
Yeah.
I think there's a fair amount of that, but I do think there's equal airtime to the benefit of religion, although I do think at the end it does sort of make a mockery of any type of organized religion, which I'm not super offended by generally.
I got that from it as much.
I mean, if you look at like what's his name? The Andrew Scott character. I mean, it's so like and then Ryan Johnson's been so outspokenly political, and it's very clear that Josh Brolin character is like a 1-to-1 for Donald Trump.
Yes.
And so that to me is where you kind of lose me.
So many 1-to-1 for Donald Trump.
It's like I'm so exhausted by it. Like regardless of how you feel about him, it's like we get it.
Yeah.
He's a polarizing character at best. You know,
Don't Look Up, it was a woman.
Right. It's just to me, it's really exhausting.
Yeah.
And I then think that if the message of the movie is ultimately like, this is why religion is bad, is because it allows personalities like that to basically cultishly require followership.
But
as you keep like passing the Overton window like further and further, and then this is what we call religion now. That it just makes me sad.
The critical antagonist of the film, though, like it's not Glenn Close. Spoilers for that.
It's true, but at the end of the movie, like, what's the takeaway? The takeaway is pretty antagonistic towards God. I think
it's like Josh O'Connor's finally getting to. He's now running the church, and he's getting to run it in the way that he sees fit, which, as we see throughout the movie, is pretty closely aligned with what we think the gospel is.
Yes, but in a sense of like, in a mockery, like, okay, you're doing your thing to kind of keep the people around you placated and pacified and to feel good about themselves. I don't know.
Maybe I'm blanking on exactly how it ends. I'm remembering some things.
I think Benoit like sort of acknowledges the presence of a higher power at the end. I think there's like some hint at that.
This is Damascus moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
I just sometimes when a movie is trying a little too hard to be a satire and allegory, it loses me a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But
you don't like Jojo Rabbit?
I did appreciate this movie, and I would like to see it again. I have not watched it again.
Yeah, I've seen it twice. Also, just like looks great. I'm just a sucker for visuals, man.
It's really nice.
But so when you pair like great visuals with a great story, I'm just in.
I'm in. Like I will watch a Knives Out movie once a year, no question.
Yeah.
Did you watch Poker Face, the Ryan Johnson show?
No, I didn't.
It's good.
I like Natasha Lyonne. I should see it.
First season was nice.
Okay, you ready?
You're number 2.
Oh, my number 2. No, that was my number 2.
Oh, it was? All right, so
it's
my number 1? Oh,
yeah.
boy. Okay, my number 1 is Marty Supreme.
Let's do it.
This is a great movie.
Yeah.
This is a movie that just like, I love a movie like this that just drops you in just a propulsive
You're
way,
going. Yeah.
and you just never stop for 2.5 hours. And I would say, you know, I'll tell people, oh, I really like Marty Supreme. And they'll say, the ping pong movie? That sounds dumb. And I was like, yeah, there is ping pong in this movie. It is not a ping pong movie.
No.
This is a movie about chaos. This is a movie about narcissism and like someone that really is pursuing their goals at what cost. And I think what I love about this movie is it really challenges that, like, how far can we pull the rubber band before it snaps of when I'm going to stop rooting this guy and turn to hating them.
Yeah, they stretch that thing pretty far.
And I think depending on who you talk to, you might really get to, I hate him and I don't want him to win at all. I did not get there, but I was real close. But other people are like...
Did I ever get there? I don't know.
I think the scene with Odessa Azion, right, where he's like, I'm something, you're nothing, is pretty tough to bounce back from.
Yeah.
But I still rooted for him. And just the performances are amazing. The production design is unbelievable. The score is incredible. The settings, like everything about it is so propulsive. And it's the same filmmaker as Uncut Gems, which we both enjoy. And it's hard to be like, they're very similar movies. And it's just like pure adrenaline stress the entire time.
Gosh.
And a movie
So
to
much
be able to
adrenaline.
sustain that level of stress where like the end you just want to go, I think is impressive. And that deserves my praise.
I just realized I mixed up my memories. I was talking about Hamlet earlier, and I said that I asked my wife Sam if she needed to leave in the middle of that movie.
Okay.
I did not do that in Hamlet. I did that in this movie because we watched this movie 1 month postpartum, and there is a pregnant lady in distress towards the end of this movie, and it's really anxiety inducing. And so I was like, do we actually need to leave? Like, is this too much?
Isn't today like 3 months?
And yesterday was 3 months.
What did you guys watch? Schindler's List? Like, what's happening here? Like, what are you?
Children of Men.
What are you? Yeah. Okay. Great.
That's so funny. Yeah. So it was a lot, and I had seen Uncut Gems, and so I know what Josh and Benny Safdie are like, kind of willing to do to end a movie, and this movie ends in a very different way than Uncut Gems.
Or does it?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think the ending is ambiguous. And I think we are both new parents. And I think it's interesting to view that ending in light of what that means. And I don't want to say more because I think it's a little bit of spoilery, but I'm curious as to what your read was on the ending.
Yeah, it's hard to without spoiling it. Oh, man, you do another spoiler warning. This will be shorter. Let's just do like 2 or 3 minutes on the ending.
Sure.
And so I was like, literally, like, this mom's gonna die, the kid's gonna die, everyone's gonna die, and the tone of the ending of the movie is very upbeat because it ends with him looking at his newborn child.
With the song "Welcome to Your Life."
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm too much of a half glass full optimist of being like, oh, this is where he turns it around. Not that I had that thought presently, like at the front of my mind, but I think I'm a sucker for like, oh yeah, like now you're gonna learn how to not have your entire life and existence be about you. Like it's about something else and someone else. And that is what you're gonna do now.
Yeah.
The movie doesn't actually really indicate that that's what's gonna happen.
I think it kind of indicates it's not what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a really good like counterfactual to Jay Kelly because it's sort of like Jay
It's
Kelly
like the other side.
yeah, like Jay
Yeah.
Kelly at the beginning and versus Jay
So
Kelly at the
funny.
end. So I don't know.
I think I'm too much of an optimist.
You really are. I was like, well, this is not going to end well. Marty Supreme 2, not good.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wait,
yeah.
what number was this for you?
It was pretty high. It was top 5.
Okay.
4.
Okay, great.
I love this movie. Incredible.
So good.
Got to see it with you in IMAX. Had to jump out a few times to open up all serve signups at our church.
At a very normal business hour time.
Yes. Yeah, great score. It looks great. It feels great. It is. You use the word propulsive. Would use the word electric. Like your heart is on the line. Your heart is just in it. Like it's just one of those movies where you forget it's the experience I kind of want to have in any movie. Is like I want to forget that I'm in a movie theater. Like I want to really feel like I'm in the world of these characters, and this movie accomplishes that.
It's insane.
I think particularly in like the final ping pong sequence. Oh man, the look in his eye at the end, like when he wins, is like it. For one, it's good acting. It's a really good performance. It makes you forget like all the things you hated him for along the way.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, thank God he got what he was like after.
Yeah.
Also, it's like I want something in my life as much as he wanted to win that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he really wanted to win that game.
Yeah. I think I love stories about obsession because I think they're very interesting. And I don't have anything that I'm like obsessed about. I've never had that obsession. So I like watching, like I love reading stories about people that climb Mount Everest because I think that's so dumb.
Yeah.
But like people will risk their lives to do that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what have I risked my life to do? So sometimes I like watching stories about people like that so I can try to understand them.
It makes me think of Whiplash, and it makes me think of the car crash in
Yeah.
Whiplash, and thinking of all the times I have been kind of late to a thing I'm doing and driving unsafely or like texting. And I think of that moment a lot, and I try to kind of make different decisions in my life. But it's like, for me, it is more the day to day of like, I do need to get to church and do this project, or we're starting this shoot, like whatever the thing of the day is that I am like anxious and stressed about. And we have, I think, pretty different jobs where it's like I'm running around a lot, like driving around a lot for my work, and just kind of like in a lot of different places all at once. I don't know if you feel as much like that is your experience.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, you.
Yeah,
do?
I feel that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just that frenetic feeling of like there's so many things my mind is on right now, and if I try to do too many things, it is going to break eventually. And I think I'm turning 30 this year, and I'm like realizing like, and I have a kid, and I like do not text and drive like when I have my kid in the car.
Yeah, it's a good call.
And it's like, so I'm trying to make better choices. But I think we're talking about Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those movies. It's one of those movies like The Wolf of Wall Street. I talk about how The Wolf of Wall Street makes me want to be a better person. Like that is like what I take away from that movie, and that's what I take away from Marty Supreme is like I don't want to be like this guy.
Yeah.
And I think that is useful. That kind of art, like anti-hero art, is like useful and redemptive.
Yeah.
You know?
I would agree. I think this movie is unflinching, and it shows the good and the bad, and what the end result of that is in a really interesting and fun way. And it's like that car crash scene from Whiplash for 2.5 hours.
Yes. No, yes, literally. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty Supreme is great.
Great.
I think Timmy's going to win Best Actor.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to happen.
I think so, too.
For a while, it was like Leo. It was like Wagner Moura.
I'm ready.
I think it's Timmy.
Wagner Moura. Let me just say The Secret Agent. Bad.
Okay. Oh, great.
Bad movie.
Secret Agent?
It's got nominated for Best Picture. Wagner Moura got nominated for Best Actor.
I just mixed up Secret Agent, and it was just an accident. I actually continued to. That's why I thought it was nominated for Best Picture. Because Secret Agent was nominated for Best Picture.
Not good.
Dang it.
On the record.
Sucks,
Yeah, it's not.
man.
It's not good.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Sinners.
Okay, let's talk about it.
God, I love Sinners. I've seen it 5 times.
It's a lot of times. I've seen it 3 times.
I just went to the Vista, Quentin Tarantino's theater.
How was
Saw
that?
it there. It was really good. It was so good.
Sounds awesome.
I went with my brother and Logan Charles and Mason Charles. We just had a great time. And they hadn't seen it yet. And I'm like, this movie rules. What's good about it? I really, it is spectacle for me. It is just a good story. I can't even like say, I think I cop out and I'll kind of say story as like, it's a great story. I don't know how much the story of this is that good. It really is just the telling of it. Like it really
vibes.
it is a vibes movie. Yeah. It is like once every 3 years at this point that I feel like I'm floating in a movie theater. Like actually feel like I am levitating above my seat. Weirdly, I felt that way in Babylon at the end.
Sure.
For that kind of like kaleidoscopic sequence.
Movies are magic.
I think the music, like often music plays an element in this where it's kind of just like all of your senses kind of just like being hit at once in a very cohesive way. And so the piercing the veil scene in Sinners was one of those moments for me where I just am like, I can't believe what I'm watching right now. What a gift this is to my eyes and to my ears.
Okay.
Like really just like a lot of love for that scene.
Yeah.
And getting to watch it with other people, like even just I was even just like, I saw it with Wyatt and Logan, who are both musicians, and as soon as the electric guitar comes in, neither of them had like reacted to really anything in the movie the entire time, and I saw them kind of lean over and like talk at that point, and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like, I don't even know what they said, but
we
like,
did it.
It's sick,
Yeah, it is sick.
That sequence is sick. I saw behind the scenes. Did you see the behind the scenes shot? I probably sent it to you on Instagram of like the last shot in the Piercing the Veil sequence where it pulls back and you see the vampires. Like all that is in camera. The fire and like everything that's happening is there.
It's great.
It's just really well made. Seeing it in IMAX was really special. Like when kind of the screen opens up and you get to like see all those in like kind of a larger. I really like going back and forth. Like is when you see like a Fire and Ash in IMAX, is it doing that thing where it goes back and forth?
No, it's just full the whole time. Yeah,
it's like more fun to me when the screen expands. Yeah. Like it just gets me giddy, you know?
Like in Final Reckoning when they're cranking the thing and it opens the screen.
I didn't see Final Reckoning.
Are you serious?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're not a Mission Impossible guy.
I'm not. I've seen the first 5.
The last 45 minutes of Final Reckoning is my #1 movie of the year.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense. Based on what I've heard. I also just love like meeting. This is what I love about like Rogue One, where it's like I love meeting new characters. This actually has something in common with Rogue One, where it's like you meet a bunch of new characters and they're all dead at the end. Sorry, spoilers for Sinners. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Where it's like there is something about that. Like it's like this is it. Like it's all going down right now. That is. Yeah, like I don't know, like Cornbread's introduction, like the introduction of all these like characters is like. It makes it more fun for some reason.
It's kind of like Ocean's 11. I mean, the first 45 minutes of Sinners
I love a team up.
Is Ocean's 11. Like,
I love
we're getting a team together.
Yeah.
We're getting a crew together.
Yeah.
And he does it in a way that you don't even know that's what you're watching, which is pretty impressive.
Right.
And you're like, oh. And then it happens. You're like, oh, I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
You don't watch a lot of horror films.
No.
And so this is like the crossover horror event for you of maybe the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So like I've seen vampire movies before. And I've seen like really gory horror movies.
Maybe this is
before.
special for me because I am like more of a virgin.
And I honestly think that might be the case. Because this is like they just literally remade From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Which I like this much better. But you're like, oh, we're doing From Dusk Till Dawn, which is not bad.
Yeah.
But he does it, I mean, with such mastery of everything.
Yeah.
I think I don't really have a lot of issues with this movie. I really like this movie a lot. We've talked about how I think it's like explicitly hates Jesus. With the villain vampire quoting the
Lord's Prayer
and being like, this has no power over me, and there's no crosses ever. They do like all the other tropes for what hurts a vampire except a cross. Like Jesus has no meaning over them. It's literally a story about a kid who's a named preacher boy who's like, I don't want to go to church anymore. I'd rather drink and have sex.
I lied to you. I like the blues.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's tough for me.
It's so funny. I was like all day thinking about talking about this movie, and obviously I love it so much, like on a visceral, emotional level.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I gotta say something about like what it means. And I was really coming up short as far as like what is the message of this movie? I don't even know, and I don't disagree with you, but I also don't fully agree with you. Where as far as like the religious aspect of it goes, where I'm like, I don't really know what its stance is. I think it's like certainly skeptical of religion, but it doesn't feel. I don't know what to make of the Lord's Prayer, like being at the end in that moment. I guess because like the demon vampire starts quoting it too,
right, and saying like, "I've heard this before. This has no power over me." I mean, it's literally what he says, which is again like traditional vampire lore is like the name of Jesus, a cross. Garlic and steaks. And we got garlic, we got steaks.
Yeah.
But anything that is... And then literally the movie starts with him in church being like, I got to get out of here. And then the end of the movie, he goes back to church and his dad's like, okay, put down your guitar and put your wicked ways behind you. See where it got you. Yeah. He's like, nah, dog. And then he says...
I'm going to play the blues for the rest of my life.
Right.
Open a bar named after this girl that I slept with once.
Right. before she tried to eat me.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Who hasn't been there?
Who among us?
Yeah. But that I'm not trying to say that to take away from the movie because watching it is such an amazing experience. Yeah. I think I liked it more than the second time I watched it just as a movie experience. But then I also from like a theological or perspective. I was just like, oh man, and
Yeah.
that kind of
I think it's valid.
That kind of bummed me out.
I really like when a movie knows it's good. And I feel like it's surprising how rarely I feel like a movie knows that it's good. And the shot that I think of is the introduction shot
Oh my gosh,
of Smoke and Stack, where they're passing the cigarette off, they're being all
Insane.
cutesy, like look what we can do with it. Like it's a little bit showy, it's a little bit athletic of like, oh, like it's a little gimmicky, right? But the movie knows that it's cool in that moment. And it just excites me. Because that really is what I wish more movies had that confidence of like, we're making a movie and it's good and you're going to like it. And like, let's go along for the ride.
Yeah.
And like, we're introducing these characters in like a really cool and special way because they deserve it. And this movie deserves it.
I think the one thing that I wish was better about Sinners is I think the movie opens with this really cool, like, visual narration about how music can transcend generations, and there's one guy every generation that has like this power.
Yeah.
And then you get that really sick scene in the club when all that stuff is so cool. But that storyline like goes nowhere.
Doesn't pan out. Yeah.
And I think like that's the movie I want to watch. And it's like, what if we didn't do that and we just had 45 minutes of like vampires getting killed? Which look, I'm not complaining about. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I think that to me is like, that's the idea. That's what I want. And then we didn't really get that.
I think that's valid. I think it's super valid. Again, it's not, the movie doesn't mean a lot to me. Weirdly enough. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's like Avatar for you. It's like, it's just like really visually really cool. Like the vibes were great.
Yeah.
Like I can't criticize that. I really liked Sinners. I don't like my criticisms of it are.
Totally. No, I feel that.
But yeah, it's a great pick.
Dude.
I've also seen it a lot of times, which is
yeah.
You know, I've seen it I think more than most other movies from last year.
It's hard. I feel like the movies that I like the most, I have the hardest time explaining what I like about them because it really is a visceral, just emotional connection that is hard to articulate. And I enjoy the exercise of trying to figure out how to articulate it because there is joy in that for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the joy of a movie, right?
Yeah.
Like that it makes you feel something
Yeah.
lets you escape from what you're feeling in your life.
Because I think this is the only movie. Everything else that I talked about was pretty analytical. It's like I'm able to say like, oh, I really like this performance or I like this idea. Like everything else has something that I can be very specific and kind of point at as like, oh, this is good. I like this about it.
Yeah.
I actually have the hardest time doing that with this movie. It is, and it's my number one because it is just that like that love that's I don't know hard to pinpoint.
I love that.
Do you feel that way about Marnie Supreme?
I do. I think I will say diminishing returns on my multiple rewatches, but still so good.
Yeah.
I just like, I just love to feel something at a movie. And even if that's disgust or anger or sadness, no matter what it is, it's like if I'm feeling something, I'm having a great time.
Yeah. I did not see very many more movies than the movies that we just talked about this year. I only saw 16 movies this year.
Oh, boy.
And so, like, it is, I felt kind of silly because, like, Black Bag is kind of there by default of just being the next one on the list a little bit. I did really like it, but any other quick honorable mentions in the last 5 minutes here?
Oh, I think Final Reckoning, the scene on the planes at the end is just unreal. I mean, even if you don't watch that movie, you just got to watch that scene. Okay. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
House of Dynamite, first 30 minutes of that movie.
I saw it.
Rule.
Yep. I was really bummed with where that went. I was locked on those first 30 minutes.
Did you see Warfare?
No.
That movie was crazy.
I got to see it.
What a visceral experience to watch. Yeah. Oh Hi was a really funny, cute comedy that I really enjoyed. Roof Man.
Oh, yeah, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
All right.
I loved Roof Man.
Great.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And also The Testament of Anne Lee.
I haven't seen it yet.
What a weird movie, but what an amazing performance by Amanda Seyfried. So those are my call-outs.
House of Dynamite, I saw. You and I saw Mickey 17 together. That's the 16 out of 16 on my list.
Yikes.
Thunderbolts. The Penguin Lessons was a movie. I told my wife, I was like, babe, we're going to the movies tonight. Whatever you want to watch, you pick. Go on AMC. We both have stubs. You pick the movie. She picked a movie I'd never heard of and have not heard a single person utter the name of since, which is this movie with Steve Coogan called The Penguin Lessons. It was nice.
Okay.
It was a nice movie.
I love it.
Did you see it?
No.
Because why would you?
I did not.
Oh, good times. And then Friendship is the only other movie that we haven't talked about that I saw.
Friendship was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed walking out of that movie more than I did sitting in that movie.
Yeah.
And like laughing about things that made me laugh and not feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, what a great time.
I think we've literally talked about every single movie that I've seen. How many movies did you see in 2025? Or not how many 2025 movies?
Let me
have you
check.
seen?
I made a list. It was a few.
I still have a bunch to catch. And now I have to add more after this conversation. I have to add Blue Moon.
It looks like 87.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shocking. Okay, I think... Was that for us? All right. I think that's all we have to say about this year. Thank you for doing this with me.
This was so fun.
I love this.
Really great.
What a joy.
Let's go watch some movies.
Let's go watch some movies. Oscars coming up in a month. You going to come to Daniel Partington's house to watch the Oscars?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Sounds great.
We'll have snacks.
Okay, great.
All right. Bye, everybody.